Hi Taurus, welcome to January. Happy New Year. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. So this month we have a full moon in Cancer, which is favorable to your sign on January 6th. Mars goes direct in Gemini on the 12th. Mercury goes direct on the 18th in Capricorn. On January 21st we have a new moon in Aquarius. And then we have Uranus going direct on the 22nd in your sign. So things are going to start to move this month that have been stuck. But we'll talk about that later. Let's see what Taurus needs to know. What does Taurus need to know about love and relationships for the month of January? What's coming up for Taurus in terms of love or anything else? What is coming up for Taurus for January 2023? What is coming up for Taurus? What does Taurus need to know? The World, the Seven of Swords, the Star, the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Lovers, the Knight of Wands. The card at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords. Okay, so the World card it's really a good card. It means completion. Something that you've been working on or a relationship, something is coming to you're coming to the end of a cycle. But it's not a negative ending. It's an ending where, okay, I worked really hard for this, I've achieved this goal, and now I'm ready to go to the next level. So for some of you, you might be thinking about making a commitment in a relationship, or you're just moving on, you're moving up in some way. This could be even career-wise. It feels like everything is like coming together. Even though you've been through, I feel like you're going through some changes, and you may have some decisions to make. You have the Seven of Swords here. Now, sometimes the Seven of Swords can represent you feel like someone's stealing something from you or not being honest with you or not being transparent. So you could have some suspicion about someone in your life. Like, can I trust this person? Are they being honest? Are they are they telling me everything? Or are they just telling me what I want to hear? And then when then they're talking behind my back or something like that. But it can also mean that you have plans that are secret, that you have to keep to yourself right now. And it's not like you have a goal in mind of what you're trying to achieve, and you may have to it may be a good idea not to talk to everyone and their mother about what you're wanting to do, especially in relationships. You might be getting advice from all angles and you don't know what to do, you're getting confused. Follow your heart. Follow what you know to be true. And I don't know, I just feel like you need to keep your plans to yourself this month. That you need to keep whatever you're planning, whatever your goals are, whether it's in a relationship or in a career situation, be careful. Like, don't let people know what you're up to until you're ready to take action. The Star is a great card because this brings hope. So you're trying to achieve something in a relationship, or even I feel like it's more even career. And it can happen, but it's going to take some time. It's not going to be an overnight thing. It's going to be something that you have to work toward. Because I feel like things are changing. You have the Wheel of Fortune here, which means opportunity. So there could be some sudden opportunities that may have already manifested. Things like there might have been some sudden changes, either in a relationship or in your environment in some way, that are bringing opportunities your way. And I feel like that you're going to take action in January on some of these opportunities. But right now, you've been in the hermit mode. You have this Four of Swords, which is a card of needing to take time out to heal, to rest. So I feel like you've been through the mill and you just need some downtime. You do have a goal. Maybe you've been through a challenging time over the past couple of months, because I feel like you have this Eight of Swords too. The Eight of Swords is feeling stuck or feeling trapped, feeling afraid to move out of your situation. So you could be in a relationship where you feel you're not sure if it's right for you. You're not sure, like you're questioning things, but you're afraid at the same time. You're afraid to leave, or you're afraid to walk away from this relationship. And if it's not a relationship, it could even be a career situation where you just feel stuck, like nothing's moving, nothing's changing. But I feel like, and you have this Queen of Pentacles energy, which is, and she's looking to the past. So you're like evaluating your life and maybe even past relationships. Like, where have I been and where am I going? And what do I really want? I feel like you're going to be making some decisions about relationships this month and figure out, who do I really want in my life? What kind of relationship is right for me? And who do I need to release? Because I feel like some relationships, you may have doubts about their intentions or their integrity or their sincerity. So you're evaluating not just love relationships, but maybe even friendships or work relationships. Like, who can I trust at work? Who could I trust with my friends? Who can I share my deepest secrets to and know that they'll be safe, if that's even possible? Because you have the Eight of Pentacles here too. And that's a card of taking something in a new direction. So I feel like there are going to be some career opportunities this month as well, where you might take your career in a new direction. And you might be connecting with people that are highly compatible with you. You might even be offered a new job, because I'm seeing the Knight of Wands, which sometimes comes up when you change jobs or you change your residence. Like, you might be moving into a new place or changing your job where you're working in a different location. So either you're moving to a new company or your environment is changing. Like, the way you do it, like you feel like, I feel like you're getting unstuck this month. You might be offered something that could be even a dream job where you feel like, wow, this is what, why did I wait so long? Because the World card is like, you've been kind of like in the hermit mode waiting for things to come to you. But when you decide to take action and start making things happen, you're going to be shifting. You're going to attract opportunities. And you're going to tell yourself, why did I wait so long? Now, in your environment, you have the Two of Cups with the Lovers. The Two of Cups is a soulmate connection. So love is on. With the Lovers, it's a significant, you have the potential to have a significant relationship if you're not in one already. And if you are in a relationship that feels like a soulmate connection, you might be having to choose. And I feel like you might be choosing either two things. Choosing between two people, or choosing, should I stay or should I go? Because the Knight of Wands energy could sometimes be a player. If it's, it's an immature energy. It's like, yeah, this person's a lot of fun. They call and you go out with them and they're fun, but they're not reliable. If you're broken down somewhere at 3 a.m, they're not the person who's going to come and rescue you. So you're thinking, you're evaluating, but I feel like it's possible. There could be one, out of all the choices, there is one relationship that your life will not be the same without this person in it. And you could have a chance to figure that out this month. Like, who is the one person that I really want to be with, that my life would be less if they weren't in it? And do I really want to let this go? Do I want to stay and commit, or do I want to walk away? You're going to figure that out. So you may need to talk to them and make a decision. I feel like whoever's around you, got the Two of Cups in your environment. So if you're in a relationship, this person really cares about you. You have a strong connection. Maybe you need to take a different approach or take the relationship in a different direction. maybe it could even be that you connect with someone from the past. Maybe you're thinking about someone from the past that possibly betrayed you, or there was some kind of shady, shifty stuff going on. I just feel like there's opportunity this month to connect with someone and make a relationship better. But you are going to have some decisions to make. And I feel like this connection is a strong one. And there could be some fear involved. Like, do I get involved? Especially if someone from the past comes back. Do I want this person back in my life? I don't know how things, I don't know if I could trust this person. And if it's a existing relationship, you may have to clear some things up around how honest you feel. Like, can I trust this person? Are they being honest with me? Maybe you have to have some serious conversations. Because I think that you have the potential to make a difference, to have something really solid and wonderful. But it may involve even travel. Maybe someone offers you a chance to travel with them, and that kind of brings a new element to the relationship where you find a way of working things out. I feel like travel is important in some way. Like you're being offered a new adventure. So I feel like some of you might be starting a new job and moving, or you could be connecting with a person who's like a soulmate connection, really strong soulmate connection, and they bring more excitement and adventure into your life. So you could be moving out. For some of you, might be choosing to move away from one person and you're moving in with somebody else. There's a lot of changes happening, but the main thing is don't be afraid. Don't get stuck in something that's not right for you. Don't feel like you have no options. You do have options, but you have to take action. You have to recognize opportunities, and I feel like if you take action, things can change in a positive way. So let's see what the angels have to say. You can manifest a dream. So I think you've been in the healing mode. This month, things are going to shift into like where you're going to be socializing, where you're going to be more active. And that's going to make a lot of changes in your life and in your relationships. Surrender. Remain positive about the future of our planet, for all is part of humanity's evolution. There is divine order to all the chaos which you perceive that exists in our world. Nothing will ever truly change until we learn to love and accept all as it is. Lovingly surrender your judgments and expectations, and your life will magically transform. So focus on the positive, focus on the positive outcomes. I feel like, let's see what the astrology has to say, but I'm feeling like mid-month, like the last 2 weeks of the month are going to be more positive than the beginning of the month, where you're going to be breaking free, and the energies are going to start to shift as Mercury and Mars go direct, and then Uranus. Things are going to start to change, and in unexpected ways. So in your case, you have a full moon on the 6th. And the moon in Cancer, the full moon in Cancer is an emotional moon. It's in your 3rd house. And the 9th house, the sun is in the 9th with Mercury and Pluto. So there could be some news coming in where you may have to travel. When you hear it may have something to do with relatives, brothers, sisters, aunt, uncles, where you need to, you might get a communication from one of them, an older relative, and you may have to travel, or there may be something that transforms that relationship in some way, where you have a serious conversation with them, where the truth comes out, and you are able to work things out, work out your differences. But the focus is on heartfelt communication with your siblings. And you have Uranus in your 1st house, so you're going through all kinds of changes. You're feeling very restless, and you're feeling like I need to make some major changes. And this moon is connected to Uranus. So you may decide to reinvent yourself this month, where maybe your relationships with siblings and your relationships with your goals and your beliefs. Like maybe you're starting to realize I can do this. I can speak up. I can achieve. You may have more faith in yourself this month, unexpectedly. And you may do some traveling. You may decide to travel. This Knight of Wands could be you, just looking for adventure and saying, you know what, I'm going to travel. I've been stuck at home. I've been stuck in this hermit mode for too long. I need to go somewhere. Venus is going to be in your 10th house, trining Mars in your 2nd house. So when Venus trines Mars, it's like a romantic connection. And the Mars in the 2nd has to do with money and love and like, what do I value? Self-esteem. You're going to be like Mars in the 2nd. You might have some bills that are piling up, and you're thinking, I got to make more money. I got to figure out what to do with my career. You have Saturn in the 10th, so you could be looking for a more responsible position, something that brings in more money. You could be offered something, that's more of a leadership position. With Venus there, you could be doing something creative. Jupiter's in your 12th, so you have this guardian angel in your 12th house helping you out from behind the scenes. There could be someone that's working in your favor. Jupiter brings abundance and changes. You have Chiron in the 12th, so there's some healing. You may have an opportunity to heal some psychological issues that have been keeping you stuck. Maybe certain beliefs about your capabilities or your talents. You're going to start to have more faith in yourself. Jupiter is going to bring you an opportunity to release that baggage. I see you, like, if you're going to move into a new job, it's going to bring in a higher income or greater income because you're taking action, because you're believing in yourself. So then Mars goes direct on the 12th. Mars is in your 2nd house. So any financial things that have been on hold are going to start to move forward. If you're waiting for money, it's going to come in. You may be paying off some bills. Mercury will go direct. Mercury's been in Capricorn. And that's in your 9th house. So any kind of, if you're working on a communications project or finishing up some kind of a website or media or something to do with higher education, that's going to start to move. Like maybe things were kind of stagnating. So you might be busy working on a marketing project or a communications project. You might even be working with higher education or teaching or learning, training someone or going for training. Then we have the new moon in Aquarius. And that's in your 10th house. And so the sun and the moon are in the 10th house, and they are conjunct Pluto in your 9th house. It's an out-of-sign conjunction. So if you've been studying something to change your life in some way, if you went back to school, get greater training, I feel like this new moon is representing a new beginning in your career where you're involved. Maybe you're dealing with new technology or something cutting edge. And it's a good time for a new beginning. You have Venus and Saturn in the 10th, so I feel like you're on, and Venus conjunct Saturn. It's time to get serious about your life direction, make a commitment, take on greater responsibility, but you're also going to be getting more money. And you're going to like the work that you're doing. I feel like there could be a job opportunity coming that changes your direction in life, your career, in a good way, where technology works for you and it brings in greater abundance. Mercury's in the 9th. It's trining the North Node and Uranus in the 1st. And all these things are going to go direct. So whatever you've been doing that feels like you've been stuck, things are going to start to get unstuck. And you're going to show a new side of you with Uranus. I feel like you're going to be more seen as someone who's tech savvy, seen as someone who you're going to be changing. Like you need freedom for something. Freedom to be who you are and not be afraid of what people think. Show your talents and your genius this month, especially around this new moon. Mars will be going direct. Mars has been in your 2nd house of money. It's going to be sextile Jupiter and Chiron. So maybe you have some issues to heal about money. It's possible that last month you spent a lot of money and now you're trying to recoup you have to tone it down. You're realizing, oh, now I've got to pay all these bills. Maybe you were very generous around Christmas. So now you need to scale back a little bit. But Mars in the second is making you ambitious. You might even be working 2 jobs. You might have 2 projects going on that's bringing in extra money because you have to, but you're getting serious about your career and your financial situation. And with Saturn in the 10th, you could even get a promotion where you get more of a leadership position, and it will also bring in more money. And you'll be seen in a different light. You'll be seen as someone who is okay with technology, who is an asset in some way due to technology. So I feel like abundance is coming, especially in your career. I feel like your career is going to be highlighted at this new moon. And there could be some positive developments in terms of money and also your status, your position in a career path. If it's a relationship issue, because sometimes the 10th house can mean a change in status from like single to married, married to single. You might be bringing in someone who is older, and someone who's going to really transform your life in some way. There could be an age difference, someone who's more mature. So if you've been dealing with someone who has been kind of, childish or non-committal or indecisive, whatever, you're going to be attracting someone who's serious. Someone who's like, I want, a serious relationship, and I'm prepared to do the work. I feel like things are getting serious in your life. You're realizing I have to take action. I have to get serious about my career, about my relationships, about my financial situation. And that's what you're going to be focused on in January. And you have the potential to make a strong connection, especially with this 2 of Cups and the Lovers. But you have to make some decisions too. And don't let fear hold you back. So if you've been hiding out at home, it's time to get out. It's time to, start being active, start taking action. And you could achieve a dream or a goal this month. Especially because by the end of the month, all the planets are going to be direct. So there's not going to be as much blockages. I mean, it may take a while for Mars to get out of shadow, and Mercury will get out of shadow in a couple of weeks. But we're on this trajectory of let's go, let's move, let's get things done. We're not going to be feeling that stuck energy. So learn from the past, but don't be stuck in it. And take action this month, especially at the end of the month by the moon with this new moon. So that's my forecast, Taurus, for January. If you enjoyed this reading, leave a comment, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button if you want to be notified when I upload a video. In the meantime, thank you all for supporting me and this channel. I really appreciate all your comments and your support and your love. So have a wonderful January, Taurus, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.